Good morning, everyone. Today is March 29th, 2022. I am James Mason, and this is StockCast. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so pre-market is coming out very strong and bullish today. The Dow futures are currently up 258 points. S&P 500 is currently up 36, 37 points. It's bouncing around right now. And as long as everything goes okay today, which you know how this market is, we should have a strong bullish day and be able to knock out some of these call contracts that we have waiting to trigger for day trades. So let's go ahead and share a chart. The one ticker that I really want to talk about today, and if you're just now tuning in, post what tickers in the comment section that you're looking at, but be sure to explain why you're looking at it. Does no good to just drop a ticker. All right. This is ticker HEAR. This is Turtle Beach. And along with me, there's quite a few TTBB members who are already in this stock. This was an alert last week. We already have a solid position here. It's currently up. It's up a little bit pre-market. Now, the whole reason why I'm trading this right here is, one, Turtle Beach has been around for a while now. It's a popular brand in the gaming community. And hold on a second. My little chihuahua is begging to get into the office. She's late for work, so I better let her in before she keeps pulling at the door. Come on, Zoe. We're late. Take this out of your paycheck. All right. So, what are you doing? All right. So, Turtle Beach, very popular gaming brand. And the main reason why I am trading this right here is there is a hostile takeover taking place. If you don't know about this, Curtis, this is ticker HEAR, Turtle Beach. So if you don't know about this, man, you're behind. So anyways, there's this little group being kind of controlled by, this little firm, I guess. This is what they are. They go by Don Rail. Now, Don Rail basically rounded up enough proxy votes, including their own shares, and back in December they presented, or they made the pitch to Turtle Beach, the board, to be bought out for $32.50. Oh, it's actually $36.50, I believe, to begin with, and then they dropped it down to $32.50, I believe, something like that. And as for why they dropped it down 4 points, I don't know, but I mean, currently it's right at $22.53. So there's still a decent amount of room right here for this to work out. Now, what's basically taking place here with this hostile takeover is Don Rail presented 6 board members to honestly replace Turtle Beach's entire board. Like, they want to come in, control everything, control the entire company, and fire everyone. And that shakes companies, that shakes boards. And what happens in those situations is, and if you want to actually study up on this a little bit more, the best person who I recommend to study, who's honestly a mastermind with this, is Carl Icahn. He was ruthless in the 80s doing the shit. But anyways, so Don Rail comes in. They basically say, hey, we want to take over the company. Actually, they don't say that, but that's their intentions. And they come up with their own board members to replace everybody that's currently there. And so The situation that it leaves Turtle Beach in now is being that Donrell controls the proxy vote, and there's an upcoming annual shareholder meeting for Turtle Beach. It's supposed to happen in April, but it might get pushed back into May. The company has not officially released it yet, and the reason why is because they're scrambling to get their shit together. As of right now, well, based off of publicly released information, as of right now, Turtle Beach is probably going to get overthrown. So Turtle Beach has brought in 2 investment bankers from Bank of America. They're kind of being their financial advisors, leading the way on this. And I believe potentially Bank of America might end up being the white knight who comes in and saves the company from being taken over. Now, where does that put us in terms of making money here? Because that's what matters. And there always is that potential to lose money. I mean, you don't ever know what the stock market will throw at you. But if Bank of America or any other investment firm comes in here and they want to keep Turtle Beach together and have the same board in place, they're going to have to buy them out and do a premium. Now, how much is that premium going to be? I don't know. Citron Research is saying that they feel like it's going to be more than $36 a share. I'm really just looking for $28 and above. But obviously, if it's going up above $28 and the buyout hasn't happened yet, I'm going to hold on here. So, like currently, I actually have, to be exact, 1,155 shares. And I might, honestly, I'll probably just round it up to 1,200 today. But anyways, so this puts Turtle Beach in this situation to where if they want to keep control of the company, they have to have somebody come in and buy this bad boy out. And where that puts all the shareholders in a position at, as long as they have a good average, like right down here. But if they have an average up here, well, tough crap, I guess. I mean, they'll probably still be profitable, but not as profitable as the people down here. If this all works out, based off of how it does textbook at least, or based on how it normally does, they'll come in, buy it out with a premium just to save the company. Donrell will walk away with a ton of money, and Turtle Beach will go on their merry own way. Now, if Turtle Beach actually can't come through and line somebody up, well, that entire board is going to get fired once they get voted out. And then they'll have new management. And, I haven't dug into everybody, but based off of their statements, and of course their statements are going to be positive about their board members, but based off of their statements, their board members who they have nominated are far better than the current ones, for whatever that's worth. Now, regardless, because as retail traders, we are stuck right in the middle. We're like the meat in the sandwich. You got Donrell, one slice of bread, and you have Turtle Beach, the other slice of bread, and we are right here in the middle. So where we could potentially benefit from is being in with shares. Now with options, it might get a little weird. The spreads on the options for Turtle Beach are horrible. This is why I got shares, because we also don't know how long this is going to take. If we're just going to be truthful here, guys. And so I didn't want to buy contracts and just expire on me. And then the buyout happens afterwards, and I just lost money for no reason at all. So where we would potentially make the money is as retail traders start to keep finding out about this, they're going to keep buying shares, hypothetically speaking, which is going to push up the PPS value. because the whole point here is to get the PPS value up to honestly disrupt Donrell from being able to win this proxy fight that's going to take place in this annual shareholder meeting. So right now, I mean, my current average is 21.38. I feel solid with that. I'm just going to keep riding it out. But Turtle Beach, this is a big move that is taking place here, and it's a power move. And Turtle Beach literally has no other way, but the only way they can really just like save their necks here is if they get the stock to push up. Now, they did release a little bit of news, and I'll just pull it up quickly. The news ain't significant at all. They're probably just trying to throw shit out there to get everybody to, well, help save them. But, it's basically just explained that they released some kind of gaming mouse that, well, you can do a bunch of crap on. 15 buttons, and you can assign 29 different things on it. I can't even think of 29 things to do in a video game. I don't know. But apparently, a lot of people are going to like that, I guess, in the gaming community. Now, if you haven't been keeping up with esports in any way, shape, or form, well, the esports industry, which is, the online gaming, like multiplayer, live streaming, all that stuff, huge industry that's honestly in its early prime. Well, early stages of, right before being in its prime. And really, I mean, me personally, I can only see that industry just like breaking out and really taking off running. So this is one of the reasons why Turtle Beach overall stands a great chance of being pushed up. I mean, the industry itself, but the pressure that's being put on them with this hostile takeover. Now, if you would decide to get into this, one, that's your decision. Two, you need to decide when you plan on getting out. I'm obviously not going to announce it publicly when I get out. That's not for the public to know. I'll push it to my TTBB members. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm looking for here. Turtle Beach overall, I am bullish on it with this hostile takeover, and we'll see what happens there. So that's pretty much like the main thing I'm focusing on today. I mean, we have some nice pre-market movement right there, but let me take a look at the comments really quickly. Let's see. DATS. I saw DATS. Ticker DATS. All right, let me pull up some info on it. Oh, by the way, Turtle Beach, they only have 16.2 million shares outstanding, so very low share structure. So that thing can move a lot quickly. All right, for ticker DATS, their share structure is, we'll round it up to 19.6 million, so very low share structure. Let's see what they got going on in the news. I'm seeing that yesterday they filed an 8K. I haven't looked into it. I did see the news yesterday about them launching some metaverse advertising NFT thing, but I didn't really care too much about it. But nonetheless, I mean, with this being a low share structure, and if we look at the daily chart here, you can see that strong push up. And if you're around trading at the end of last year, you probably heard the hype in DATS. You may have been caught upside down in it, or you may have made money, but a lot of people were burned in it, especially right here. And it bounced, and literally it went back up. And if y'all remember me saying about how I trade these like strong little bullish parabolic pushes up, and then when it pulls back, when it starts to bottom out, I'll go halfway, and that's my target price. This is the reason why. People like to think like, oh, it's bouncing, it's going back up, it's going to break these highs right here. And sometimes it does it, but not too often. But this is why I look to go halfway, and then I look at the candle before. So like I really want to show you guys this so you understand it. It's so freaking important. So strong push up, and then it gets hammered. I'm waiting to see what it does after it gets hammered. After this first push up, it gets hammered, and when it starts to rebound, it bottoms out here. You can see it starts to rebound. If I was to make an entry here, I go halfway. Halfway would be roughly right here. So I'll just draw a line here so y'all can see it. Let me change the color. Change it to that teal color. All right, so that's roughly halfway without even measuring it. And then, I got my halfway point from where I got in to the high. And then I like to look back at the previous candles on what it done when it broke below the halfway point. And I would see that this one closed out at 11.93. Well, if I decided to get in right here when I would have seen it reversing, and again, in the moment, you don't know for sure if it's reversing, but let's say hypothetically, I got in right here at the worst possible price at its high of day at 8.95. Well, heck, going from 8.95 to the close of this lower candle as it went pushing up to 11.93, that's pretty damn good. Like, I'm not really going to care about all this up here because I don't know if it's going to go back up there or not. So that's what I mean by, after that first push up and it gets hammered, looking for that bounce and taking it halfway. Hopefully that makes sense. But anyways, there was a lot of people who held on to this for a second go around for whatever reason, and they still didn't sell. And who knows if they're still holding on to it or not. But now here we are. It has done come down thus far, and to the point to where we now have enough data that an 86 EMA is starting to populate here. The issue with this setup, in my opinion, and I could be wrong here because this is one of those FOMO stocks, but just based off of normal technical analysis, the issue with this setup is usually the first push up, it gets rejected around that 86 EMA, whether it be just right off the bottom of it or somewhere just slightly above it. It possibly could push up a little bit more and get rejected off of the highs back in here, which will be roughly, let's see, 414. So, and I'm going off that candle right there. Possibly could go up that much. I don't know, but it usually gets rejected somewhere around that 86 EMA, that first run up after getting beat down, like for real. And then when it comes back down, it does whatever. And in the future, usually the second time it breaks above that 86 EMA is when it actually makes a move. So that is my main concern with ticker DATS when just looking at it on the chart. Again, guys, that's just from a technical perspective. If there's enough FOMO and hype behind this with retail traders, this thing it could do this again. You just never know. So let's see what else we got going on. AMC, yes. AMC is making a strong push. Let's see what they're doing. Okay, so AMC, let me actually check the news really quickly. I know they get a lot of news coming in, but I just want to see if there's anything significant. All right, so off the top of the news, I don't really see too much that's significant in AMC. Just the standard stuff, but kind of going back to what I was just saying about the 86 EMA, this red line right here. It got hammered down right here, and this is honestly its first push up. So I would just be concerned. If you have a good average down here, it's okay to place a stop somewhere and take profits, because you know how many people look like fools who, it pushed up right here and they didn't take profits and it pulled back. And he's like, no, it's going to keep going up. And luckily it did. Luckily, it actually really did short squeeze, and it went up right here. And you know how many people still didn't take profits when it came back down? And then it pushed up again. And you know how many people still didn't take profits? And it came back down and again. I mean, for whatever reason why some retail traders will keep holding on to some shit after having thousands of % of profit, and they won't take it at all until they actually take a loss. Man, I don't know. But whatever. So it's okay to have a stop loss in place somewhere if you have a good average. Even if you have a bad average, or even if you're still upside down, it's okay to put a stop loss in somewhere if you have shares. I mean, even with options, but like, you know, I'm just gonna have to talk about this in regards to like shares. It's okay to have a stop loss in place because let's say if your average is $42 and it only goes up to, I don't know, 35, it don't matter. And then gets rejected and drops back down to damn 16. Well, your ass is going to be wishing you would have stopped out at 35. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. A lot of people just can't grasp that, and I can't wrap my mind around it. But strong push up of AMC. Honestly, this is more bullish than what it should have been. So I'm going to expect AMC to, I don't know if it's going to happen today, but it might start to top out somewhere in this range. But I'm going to expect AMC to pull back, at least in the short term. I don't know if it's going to keep running or not, but I do expect to pull back somewhere here over the days to come. So that's what I see for AMC. So, all right, guys, the market is about ready to open. I am going to get ready. Like I said, I have my eyes on Turtle Beach today. It's having some nice movement pre-market, and just really want to watch that. But other than that, guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in today. Remember, trade safe, trade smart, and I will see y'all in the next one.